Shalom, giving all praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations, as always, to the elect. And I was sitting up here doing some reading, the book of Timothy's, and just looking up precepts. And, you know, we see where this world is going with the money. And we see clearly how the elite of this world used paper money, okay, as an enchantment to bring people to this very point, all right, where they're going to change the money, all right, and ultimately lure people, all right, into taking that charagma, all right, and Jake, all right, our people are going to be some of the biggest victims, all right, of this scam, all right. We always talk about how when you look on the back of the dollar bill, which is filled with witchcraft, all right, all of the money, okay, is filled with, you know, unclean spirits, witchcraft, all right, and enchantments. You know, the wording on the back, okay, of the dollar bill says, all right, Annuit Conceptus Novus Order Seclorum. And it says other things as well, all right, but that is a Latin phrase, all right, that comes from a particular poem, all right, by a Latin poet, going back to the Roman Empire, which that's what they spoke Latin, as we're in Rome again. And basically what it means is the gods have granted us permission to establish our new world order. And it's quite ironic that they put that on the back of the dollar bill, all right, which the old world or the old way, all right, that you have gotten used to living is getting ready to be changed into a new world, a new way, all right, and currencies have always changed, all right, and this change right here that we're witnessing, that's being boasted in, all right, is for them to ultimately to have total control using people's, you know, fleshly desires, okay, and ability to sustain themselves, to buy, sell, okay, and ultimately chase the bag, all right, to chase the bag, as we're going to get into, ultimately is going to lead to you selling your soul fully over to Satan as the bag is going digital. Okay, now particular people, as we do these videos going into the charagma, the central bank digital currency, they have questions. Well, you know, if we do have some, you know, digital currency, are we able to use it? And as the Apostle Tahar said, you know, there will be points, you know, before they, you know, fully institute this system where, you know, we're going to be using digital currencies. That's how we're going to be paying for things. But as the grip gets tighter and tighter, all right, and the beast seeks out more control as they go from glory to glory through gradualism, all right, we're going to have to make, okay, a faith-based decision to fully detach from Egypt and fully lean on Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, okay, which ultimately, as the scriptures say, the just are going to have to live by faith. And many Israelites and Israelite leaders and groups aren't preparing you Israelites for this decision you're going to have to make, okay? And if you're not fully sold, if you're not fully rooted, as the bag goes digital and they go further and further into their plan, all right, as we've been talking about heavily, you're going to bow the knee, all right? Even when I'm not trying to talk about the topic of bowing the knee, somehow it comes up. And sometimes you feel like you're being repetitive, but it's the spirit, okay? Because not bowing the knee, okay, to the image of the beast is one thing, as we're, you know, rejecting these ideologies, these different, you know, alphabet whatever they're doing in this world, what they're doing with the food. We're rejecting that. We're speaking out against that. Okay. And ultimately that's going to lead to, persecution. It's already leading to persecution on a small stage, but we know and understand that they have a plan to bring a mark, which is going to take a whole nother, bag of faith that we're going to have to tap into. See, why everybody is chasing the carnal bag, okay, setting up, what they believe is generational wealth, all right. Ultimately, we're chasing the right wealth, the right riches, which is wisdom, all right, so that the true generational wealth, because Jake, when they think generational wealth, they think, I want my grandkids, to have this and that. And there's nothing wrong with having that mindset. All right. But where we are, all right, and, the way that this world is going, it's time to tap into Hamashiach Yahweh Shai fully through the spirit of the Most High God, Yahweh. Okay. So that we can work around and have the proper mindset as to everything that's going on in front of us. Again, as I always say, we can't look at the things before us in this world as if we are everyday civilians. We must remember we are at war. So the things we say, all right, seem a little far-fetched. It may seem like, well, damn, I can't work for generational wealth so that my kids and my grandkids and their kids can be all right. All right. Well, and, on face value, that sounds like there's nothing wrong with that, right? But where is the money in the bag going in this society, in this world? Okay. And that's what we're going to get into, because there's coming an end to this dream of the bag that Jake is chasing. You see? And the bag we're chasing through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, all right, is everlasting. And that's the true generational wealth, all right, what we're chasing. Because in the generations on down the line, all Israel will be entered into the new covenant based upon the sacrifice that we're making now, based upon the sacrifice Yahweh Shai made, based upon the sacrifices that were made by our forefathers and foremothers. Okay, we now have a platform and a legacy to enter into, which is going to lead to everlasting life. So what I did was I typed in, what is chasing the bag? It says working towards goals. All right, chasing the bag means working hard to achieve success. Typically, the bag someone's trying to attain is a big pile of Benjamins, which is paper money, which was the snare to lead you to this very moment where we are. All right. However, people use the phrase that use the phrase may also be working towards success in their career, side hustle, which ultimately it all boils down to getting money. Okay. And money is a defense. All right. Having money is nothing wrong with having money, but we have to keep into perspective. What is the money here? What does it stand for? And what do the powers that be have planned with that money? Why did they put that wording, all right, Novus Ordo Seclorum on the back of the dollar bill? Annuit Conceptus Novus Ordo Seclorum. All right. Why did the Lord put the spirit on them to put Latin writing on the back of the dollar? Because we're in a revival of Rome, and the revival of Rome have a plan. The Edomites have a plan, okay, to use the snare and the temptation of being able to buy and sell and chase the bag to lure you into getting that mark and to bow into that image. Because to be successful here, all right, there's a degree of selling out you have to do. Okay. All right. And ultimately, to really win, all right, you're going to have to give your soul fully over to Satan. So we're going to apply Yahweh Shai now so that when these things tighten up, all right, we'll already be rooted in the right decision in the spirit. Success and wealth. What does the bag mean in slang? Wealthiness, success, simply a large sum of money may be referred to as a bag. Rappers, okay, often use the bag in their songs, sometimes in the phrases grinding for a bag or chasing the bag, all right, which describe hard work to achieve success and get rich. Now, these rappers, all right, who are lesser luminaries, which are priests and priestesses on the left-hand side, to bring you over to Satan, all right, to give you over to a reprobate mind, okay, subtly, all right, putting, wizardry and enchantments over particular beat patterns that are used to hypnotize the mind. You have 3-6 Mafia. 3-6, of course, is 666, and then you have a record label called Hypnotized Minds, all right? What were they doing to Jake? Hypnotizing you, all right, into becoming druggies, into becoming thieves, murderers, and everything that is against the spirit of power and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's what these rappers have set you up for. Failure. They're used, all right, to bring you over to the dark side, all right, and to bring you to this point where ultimately, all right, you're going to have to get that charagma, okay? In brief, secure the bag is a slang term meaning get the money, okay? So when the money goes digital, what is Jake going to do? Okay, you're going to be a victim, all right, to the biggest scam, all right, in world's history, man. That's why it's called the hour of temptation. Now, this is Matthew 6:19. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt. All of that paper money, all right, is eventually going to rust away. Okay, eventually Esau Edom, as we're living in the times now, is going to say paper money is obsolete. Okay? This is the new bag. And that's the power he has. He can just change the currency. And currencies have changed over time. In the beginning, true currency, all right, was what? Things of the earth. Salt, badger skin or fur, okay, water, okay, resources of the earth, which Esau has hoarded all of those things to themselves and have you chasing after paper money, $1. Okay? Which ultimately $1 is ultimately the measurement, all right, of some form of substance. But what do they have you chasing after? Paper money, which really has no value. It's an empty debt note. And look what ultimately it has done to the minds of the people, especially Jake. We're going to focus on Jake, but the whole world, okay, is under this vibration and spell of this money. So if you're laying up your treasure, okay, in this world, okay, and your pension plan or whatever it may be, it's only going to lead to you being set up for failure. This is why we have to tap into Yahweh Bashim Yahushai now, because where this world is going, okay, you chasing the bag as an Israelite is only going to lead to heartache.
This is the distressing moment a Yellow Corp trucker is told the pension he has built up over 30 years won't be topped up by the company as it nears bankruptcy. Footage shared on TikTok shows the worker angrily shouting after learning his healthcare benefits and pension payments had ceased. The Central States Board of Trustees at Yellow said they would be suspending health benefits and pension accruals for workers as the company struggles to refinance $1.2 billion debts. The Teamsters Union, representing 22,000 truck drivers, are preparing to strike as early as Monday.
See, and that is messed up, to work, for a particular company all of these years, all right, or to put you all into, some company, all right. This is why we have to wake up and come into the truth of the matter, man, okay, because ultimately it prepares you with a mindset that you don't give a damn about this life anyway. See, Jake is going to lose their minds when they find out all right, that ultimately they've been set up for the okie doke. Because as they collapse this new system, your pensions, okay, your investments, your bank accounts, and everything that you thought you had as some form of protection. Again, what does it say? Money is a defense. That's in the Bible. But this ain't true money. It's a snare. Once all of those things, once they collapse this system, you're going to lose all of those things. And it's already happening. So you're going to have the mental fortitude to understand that these things must be. And see, tapping into Yahweh Bashim Yahushai via the Holy Spirit sent to the prophets, all right, it prepares you with a mindset to say, oh, well. But see, Jake, who hasn't, been paying attention to the prophets, eating, drinking, being married, doing what the hell they want to do, when these things start to happen, they're going to lose it, and they're not going to have any foundation to resist or to know and to understand what's happening, and they're going to lose. Talk to Jake about, all right, the digital money, where it's all going, the charagma and stuff like that. They have no idea. Okay? Esau has more of an idea of where it's going than Jake. So let's read this again. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Okay? But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. Okay? Where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt. Nothing can go and tarnish, okay, the true riches, the new bodies that's coming to the elect of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. See, Esau is trying his hardest to, block that blessing, but even with his left hand magic and the power he has and the influence and control, he can't stop it. He can't go and rewrite what is. And he's trying to with his CERN. See, he's trying to corrupt the inheritance that's coming unto us Israelites as joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, starting, all right, with the tabernacle of David, the 144,000, man. With the 12 disciples at the head of that, the new government that's going to rule on this earth. See, and it's all bound up in a promise that was given to our forefather Abraham, passed down to Isaac, given to Jacob. Esau can't stop that. This is why the mindset of the remnant, as I always go into in Isaiah the 10th chapter, okay, Isaiah 10 and 20, and it shall come to pass in that day that a remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel in truth. And a part of that is our mindset. Okay? In times past, we thought that what made you a man, all right, or what made you a credible human being, period, was how much money you had. So some of us chased it. Some of us lied about it. Some of us envisioned it all damn day to where it consumed us. Because there's a scripture that talks about how watching for riches, all right, it consumes your spirit. Okay, this is the book of Ecclesiastes or Sirach, the 31st chapter and the first verse. Watching for riches consumeth the flesh, and the care thereof driveth away sleep. See? And when you look at Jake, you look at these athletes, entertainers, people in Hollywood, they're consumed. See, they're consumed. All right. And you even have particular brothers, all right, who are driven, by, wealth and, being entrepreneurs. And again, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's all about perspective. It's all about your mindset towards these things. All right. Especially in the times that we're in now. Okay. Watching care will let a man slumber as a sore disease breaketh sleep. All right. Let's read this again. Watching for riches consumeth the flesh, and the care thereof driveth away sleep. Watching care will not let a man slumber as a sore disease breaketh sleep. The rich have great labor in gathering riches together, and when he resteth, he is filled with his delicacies. The poor man laboreth in his poor estate, and when he leaveth off, he is still needy. He that loveth gold shall not be justified, and he that followeth corruption shall have enough therein. Gold, which the money is not backed by gold now, so we can put money, all right, in this, because we don't have gold in this time. All right, gold is still here, but I'm saying the money that we use is not backed by gold. They remove gold from the standard of the dollar. So it says, gold have been the ruin of many, and their destruction was present. It is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice unto it, and every fool shall be taken therewith. See? Blessed is the rich that is found without blemish and have not gone after gold. And ultimately, the scriptures say we are rich in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Yeah, we're poor, all right, but rich in faith. But as you can see here, it is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice unto it. There's a whole sacrificial system surrounding money. Okay? So going back here to Isaiah, the 10th chapter, and it shall come to pass in the 20th verse, in that day that the remnant of Israel and such are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, the Holy One of Israel in truth. And a big part of that is our perception of the bag and this money and winning. We understand what that all leads to. Now, that doesn't mean that you're stagnant in your everyday life. Okay, you don't get up and work, or if you have a business, you don't do what you can to take care of it. No, but ultimately, we have now a mindset that protects us from the snares that this money system is leading to. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of the Jacob, unto the mighty God. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant shall return. The consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness. Okay, and this is a big part of our mindset. That's why it says in Revelation 13, they love not their lives unto death. Okay, we're laying up treasures in heaven. See, our decision making and our mindset when we go out to the highways and the byways, when we do these videos, this is predicated upon a legacy, all right, that has nothing to do with this world. That's laying up your treasures in heaven when you make your body a living sacrifice for the kingdom of heaven's sake. You see, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal, for where your treasure is, there will your heart, which is your mind, be also. Okay, and you notice people who tend to be driven by money and, riches and stuff like that, it controls them to a point where it's like, damn. See, where your treasure is, all right, most people's treasures is in this world, this life. Okay, Babylon. You see, but we have, we seek, as the scriptures say, we have no continuing city here. Hebrews 13, real quick. Hebrews 13. Is it 14? Yep. Hebrews 13 and 14. For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. All right. NLT, for this world is not our permanent home. We are looking forward, all right, to a home yet to come. So when we're faced with giving these things up, all right, when we're faced with, ultimately making faith-based decisions, we understand where this world is going because we're tapped into the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Okay, let's get a scripture here real quick. This is 1 Timothy 6 and 6. All right, and as a matter of fact, let me get this prayer real quick. Proverbs 31, I believe. Proverbs 30 and 8. All right, this is the prayer that you pray. Because you have particular brothers, who are more driven in that aspect of a hustler, the hustler mentality, going and getting it. Okay. But this is why we have to pray. We all have particular ambitions. We all have particular spirits and things about us. all right, that, ultimately have to be subdued and kept in check as we enter into this truth, right? It says, remove far from me, Proverbs 30:8, vanity and lies, give me neither riches nor poverty. All right, feed me with food convenient for me. NLT, help me, all right, to never tell a lie. Second, give me neither poverty nor riches. Give me just enough that satisfy my needs. And see, this is what we have to be content with. The fact that we have a roof over our head, daily bread. Okay. And ultimately, some of those things, as this system falls, we're going to lose some of those things. But we believe that the Lord has provision provision before he has set provision for us to where as we go through these things, we'll be all right. That's the type of faith we're going to have to have. The Lord didn't wake us up to just starve us to death, all right, or to leave us destitute forever. Nah, but we're going to have to go through bouts where we're going to have to apply the faith that we've been building up. Okay, so nobody wants poverty, right? You don't want to be left out to dry, the homeless, the begging, you don't want that, but you don't want riches as well. Okay? Because that comes with a whole new set of demons. Okay? And many of us ain't ready for riches. So the best thing is to pray for food convenient for you. The Lord may set you up with a situation where you have more than other brothers because you're more level-headed. All right. And you do that. You use that to help the body. OK. But again, the prayer is remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee. OK, because that's another thing that comes with having too much money. All right. As we're going to show you, you get drawn into all of these temptations and you become proud. And eventually you start to deny the Lord. Again, why do you think Jake goes so far up on the left-hand side and the dark side, all right, with all of the evils that they see? Why don't they ever stop? Because of the benefits that come with it, because of the financial security that comes with it. All right. And then they lose it anyway in the end. Jake loses anyway. You do all of that sacrifice. You do all of that evil only to lose in the end. So the best sacrifice we can make is making our bodies a living sacrifice for the kingdom of heaven, man. And that's what Yahweh Shai's walk is all about. Putting off this world, putting off this life, giving this life up for the greater, all right, to come. OK, and these people who have sacrificed for this world, man, they're in for a rude awakening. It's getting ready to come. You think that guy who was screaming about that pension was bad, but you just wait till this thing really kicks in and they start collapsing the system. And the American dream, all right, because really is already a nightmare, but you just wait, okay, to what chasing that bag is going to lead to, man. So you don't want to be full and deny the Lord and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my God in vain. So you don't want to be too rich in this world. All right. And you don't want to be destitute and too poor in this world. You want food convenient for me, just enough to satisfy my needs, man. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right, I have that. All right. I have enough to get by. I have enough to, I'm right where I need to be to do the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. To help, the certain believers and brothers. I'm good. All right. Now let's go back here. 1 Timothy 6:5. Perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness. From such withdraw thyself. And that's these prosperity preachers, all of these niggas getting platforms on, YouTube. Okay. All they talk about is the bag. Okay. All they talk about is prosperity, which again, overall, there are particular things you may be able to take from some of these men, these red pill platforms and all of this. But guess what? they're setting you up for the okie doke as well. They're not telling you to fear the Lord. They're not telling you not to take the charagman. They're not telling you that the monetary system is leading to a snare for your soul. For you, eventually you're going to have to make a covenant with death fully. See? They're telling you to be a high value man, all right? It's associated with gain and winning in this world. Okay? And we already see that this world is done. Okay? The Most High never said godliness, all right, and gain, all right, is what makes you right with him. Okay? Now he'll set particular, brothers up, with particular good jobs or a drive to have a nice business, to have extra, but that's for the benefit of the body, as we're getting ready to read. Not to, for status in this world. To hell with this world. And the prosperity preachers, which are all Freemasons, are setting our people up for the okie doke. But godliness with contentment is great gain. Let's look up this word contentment. Okay, the word contentment.
Strong's G, 841. Austarkaya. Austarkaya.
A perfect condition of life in which no aid or support is needed. Sufficiency for the necessities of life. Food, raiment, a bed, or you can sleep on the floor, whatever. A roof over your head. Whatever. The necessities of life. Water, food, clothing, a roof over your head, right? A mind, all right, contented with this lot. Contentment in this world has, made Jake so vain that we don't even see the value in the simplicities of what the Lord has put here already. Water. Go sit by water. All right, go walk in nature. Appreciate what the Lord has put here for you. But this world has everybody all on tablets and phones and looking on the computer all goddamn day. So when you tap into Yahweh Shemel Shah, you don't need all that garbage that this world tells you need. Now, it's nothing wrong with wanting, particular things. Brothers, sisters got their personality, this and this and that. But even that got to be put in check, because a lot of those things that come with that, it's not needed, man. Godliness with contentment is great gain. Okay? Being content, that's great wealth. That's wisdom. For we brought nothing into this world, all right? And it is certain we shall carry nothing out. I believe Job said something. There you go. Job 1:21. See, this is the mindset that we have to have. Okay? Let's see here. When you read the story, let's just read Job's mindset. This is what the mindset we have to have as concerning riches in this world. And Job was way better off than anything that we have going on in this world. Job 1:21. And said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return. When you look at these Israelite groups too, a lot of them compromising the gospel, a lot of, what they're doing, it's all predicated upon gain. Okay, money. Again, the love of money is the root of all evil, as we're going to show you. It says, and naked I came out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. Yahweh gave, and Yahweh have taken away. Blessed be the name of Yahweh. And all this Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly, because what the Lord did was tested Job by taking away everything that he ultimately gloried in a sense of his riches, his family, which Job means afflicted, all right, which spiritually, this is speaking of Israel and our challenges and the fights we go through mentally with this great fall and all of that. So it's a good story to read. But what did Job say? Naked I came out of my mother's womb, naked shall I return. The Lord gave, and the Lord have taken away. Blessed be the name of Yahweh. Okay? And this is the mindset we have to have. concerning the riches of this world and these, comforts we have. Okay? The bag is going to get Jake destroyed, man. Proverbs 27:24, for riches are not forever. See, the riches of this world are not forever. This system is going to be destroyed. Then what? You didn't sacrifice, bent over, all right, allow Satan to suck you dry just for this all to be destroyed? Okay? And doth the crown endure to every generation? Riches are not forever. And does the crown endure for every generation? So the legacy, all right, that Jay-Z has set, is that going to matter in the kingdom of heaven? And he's looked at as like, amongst Jake, he's the man. He's the epitome of success. But look what it came with. And again, that bag that he has is going to go digital. He's going to get a charagma. All right. And then what? That crown ain't going to endure to the next generation. This is the final this is the final generation of the 2/3, man. This is the last leg of niggerdom. So your legacy ends here. As the scriptures say, horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. All right. Who sown to the flesh. You're going to reap corruption, as the scriptures say. Ecclesiastes 5:15, as he came forth of his mother's womb, naked shall he return, all right, to go as he came. Like the Egyptians, when they died, they mummified the bodies and buried themselves with gold, silver, food. That is a reprobate mind state. What are you going to do with that gold if you're in a casket? That's a stupid mindset. See, in our culture, all right, you return to the dust. Okay? But here, all right, as we're reading, it says, as he came forth out of his mother's womb. Let's see if we can go see what it says. See. The folly of riches. This is King Solomon. He that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver, because you get some and then all right, you wake up and you see $100,000 in your account. That's going to make you want to labor for more hundreds of thousands. Because once you see it, you're like, oh, damn. Right? Nor he that loveth abundance with increase. This is also vanity. NLT, those who love money will never have enough. How meaningless to think that wealth brings true happiness. And we see it. The people who have the most money got the most demons. When goods are increased, they are increased that eat them. And what good is there to the owners thereof, saving and beholding them with their eyes? You got all of this money just sitting there. The more you have, the more people come to help you spend it. So what good is wealth, except perhaps watching it slip through your fingers? The sleep of a laboring man is sweet, whether he eat little or much, but the abundance of the rich will not suffer him to sleep. Okay? And they tell you that, all right? What Steve Harvey say, all right, to be rich, to get where I am, you got to get your ass up. You can't enjoy sleep. You can't rest. All right? But where's his soul, man? In the back pocket of a Rothschild, all right? People who work hard sleep well, whether they eat little or much, but the rich seldom get a good night's sleep, all right? And the Lord said he giveth his beloved rest. It says, there is a sore evil which I have seen under the sun, namely riches kept, all right, for the owners thereof to their hurt. And that's what's getting ready to happen. Okay, the Esau has hoarded all of the resources of the earth, the riches, only to his hurt. But those riches perish by evil travail, and he begetteth a son, and there is nothing in his hand. And this is what's getting ready to happen. All right, to the people who are invested in this world, man. You're going to lose. It says money is put into risky investments that turn sour and everything is lost. And in the end, there is nothing to pass on to one's children. And all of these investments, that people are investing in and, the bag, it's all going to turn sour. Okay. But see, those of us who fear Yahweh Shemi, we're going to have something to pass on for sure. All right. This legacy that's associated with the kingdom, man. It says, as he came forth of his mother's womb, naked shall he return to go as he came, and shall take nothing of his labor, which he may carry away in his hands. Okay, we all come to the end of our lives as naked and empty-handed, as on the day we were born. We can't take our riches with us. All right. Let's see here. You keep going, he goes in. All right. And this soul is also a sore evil, that in all the points as he came, so he would go. And what profit hath he that labored for the wind? All his days also he eateth in darkness, and he hath much sorrow and wrath with his sickness. Okay. As you keep going. Let's see here. So let's go back here. 1 Timothy 6:6. But godliness with contentment is great gain, for we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. All right. But what we can carry is what? The scriptures say our works do follow us. In the book of Revelation, the 14th chapter, man. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men into destruction and perdition. See? But people who will long to be rich fall into temptation. Now, what is this whole thing that we've been talking about with the charagma centered around? The hour of temptation. See? Because it's ultimately going to challenge you in the flesh. It's going to challenge you by using this system, the money and everything else that Esau Edom has set up as a means to get you to bow your knee, all right, to the image of Baal and take his charagma, which is all centered around making an oath with him. See? For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves with many sorrows. Let's look at this word pierced. Okay, and that's what's going to happen. You're going to be pierced with that charagma. 444. And the elect have mercy over that.
Strong's G 4044. Peripyro. Peripyro.
To pierce through, metaphorically, to torture one's soul with sorrows. And that's ultimately what's going to be the result of taking that charagma, man, of following this man's system, of not being mindful of where this is all going. Again, where there is no vision, the people perish. Let's get that. Okay. Proverbs 29:18, where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. NLT, when people do not accept divine guidance, they run wild. This is why our people are in the position that they're in. Through talking loud ain't saying nothing, man. All of them are just on the internet talking. See? But none of them are talking about the kingdom of heaven. None of them are talking about where this world is going and what mindset we ought to be. The only ones that are doing that is the true leadership sent by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. See? Where there is no vision, the people perish. The vision is what? Centered around divine guidance, which is what? Prophecy, oracle. Let's look up this word vision. Chazawan, vision in the ecstatic state. Vision, oracle, prophecy, divine communication. See? So where there is no vision, people perish. Okay? And many of our people have been buttered up, okay, for the NWO, for that Novus Ordo Seclorum. All right, for the money to go digital, and then for you to eventually use it, you happen to have a mark in your right hand or in your forehead. See? They fought, but they that will be rich, which you don't even have anything. You're not rich. Even having $1 million these days ain't even rich. Okay? But see, they that long to be rich, they that long to have comforts here, they that long for this system to continue, okay, are going to what? You fall into foolish and hurtful lusts which drown men, all right, and lures you into destruction, all right, and perdition, ruin. For the love of money is the root of all evil. See, money itself ain't wicked, but this money is wicked. Okay, but let's look up the word money in the Greek. See if it even goes into it. The love of money. It doesn't really. Let's see if we can look up money in the Greek. Money. It's all about the money. All right. Shrema. That's funny. It's called cream today. Cream, get the money.
Strong's G 5536. Chrema. Chrema.
Cream, get the money. Dollar bill. That's a Greek term. Let's prove it. We're back in the Greco-Roman Empire. Anyway, a thing, a matter, a affair, event, business, specifically money and riches. Something useful or needed. Okay? Interesting. I just wanted to know the root word. So that's what's going to happen. Okay? When Esau comes, Revelation 13:16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, and we went into it yesterday, how this word to receive.
Strong's G 1325. Didomi.
So when you're in a position, you lose that pension, you lose everything, this system collapses, all right? They're going to give something to someone, all right, for someone to his advantage. There's going to be a gift, okay? It's going to what? Be given to you for you to supply, furnish necessary things, okay? It's going to be presented unto you, all right, to give what is due, to pay, to furnish, to endow, to give. Let's see here. To give to one as his own, to give to someone to follow him as a leader and master, to give to one to care for his interest. See? To grant, to permit someone. So for you to be permitted to even have a bag or to chase a bag or to buy and sell, to have the things that are necessary for you to live, you're going to have to what? Take this charagma. And this is why wisdom is needed. And this is why the Lord is allowing this man to be exposed on the level that he's being exposed, so that we can have the necessary tools to resist, man. Okay? Because ultimately, this is where it's all going, man. So I just wanted to get into that. Hopefully you all were edified. There were more precepts. If you brothers and sisters want to post some, go ahead. Shalom.